Hello, true duelists. My name's Craig Fee, and welcome to the New Card Report. New card report. Are you aware of the great Konami conspiracy? Take, for example, the fact that sponsored content creators receive better odds in their boxes, because Konami definitely and really and totally and 100% alters the production process of mass-scale printing of cards to affect 100 boxes to send out to content. They do that the same way they pander to the God's chosen creators like Team Samurai, who definitely is actually really for sure hyper seriously sponsored by Konami, and pandered to them with this new support. Well, we have exclusive proof that Konami is doing all of that, and it's real, because how else do you describe Six Samurai getting support in Rage of the Abyss? Team Sam is named after Samurai, so it's clearly collusion or some kind of shit that I don't know what I'm talking about, and totally not just nostalgia pandering for a deck that was, released in 2011 in regards to its best support and is now getting support for that support. So nope, it's all 100% Sam being catered to, and my YouTube comment with 12 likes has already proven it to be the truth. Anyways, here's the new Six Samurai cards. Anarchist Monk of the Six Samurai shows the new naming scheme for our monsters as we get our 40-second Six Samurai monster. This is a level 3 Dark Warrior tuner with 500 attack and 0 defense that can be special summoned from your hand if you control a Six Samurai monster that isn't another copy of this. If it's sent to the grave from the field, it'll also add a Six Samurai Quick Play spell card from your deck to your hand, and if it's used as the synchro material for a Six Samurai monster synchro particularly, that synchro monster will gain the effect to lower the levels of all monsters your opponent controls by 1. While it is a self-summoning tuner with no lock, by all means it's playable in some capacity. But better than that, it'll also search when used as synchro material, so it's even better. I think the only old card it searches that's ever been solid is Asceticism, but that's at least a good bit of Ash Blossom bait? Who knows? What's interesting is that little floodgate effect it'll give to your Six Samurai synchros, which is just Stygian Dirge. I'm not going to act like that's an insanely good floodgate, but it's annoying. It throws off any synchro plays you're doing, and Xyz focused decks can go fuck themselves. So, that's cool. Old school ritual decks are also extra annoyed, but then again, if you're playing Cyber Angel, I think you have other concerns. I'm not complaining about it, I'm just a little confused by the inclusion of an arbitrary floodgate effect that's annoying. Until I face this when I'm playing Goblins, at which point I will consider this to be an egregious sin and be absolutely pissed. Instructor of the Six Samurai is of course what the average Six Samurai player looks like, because if you've been playing since 2011, you are simply that old. This one is a level 2 Earth Warrior tuner with 200 attack, 1200 defense, and that's it. Those are the stats. It can also summon itself from your hand if you control a Six Samurai that isn't another copy of itself, and it searches when sent from the field to the grave as well, this time for a 6 strike card, which is either the trap that pops or bounces, or the spell card that's desperately trying to be Lightning Storm at home. And because this is the new theme, it also gives the synchro monster used to summon it that's a Six Samurai a bonus effect, and that is to make all your opponent's monsters lose 500 attack. Now, getting it out of the way, the attack debuff is cute. If you remove it, I'm not going to complain, but I'm also not complaining that it's there. It's fine. It's there. It's just it's who gives a shit. It's not unlike my YouTube channel, really. It's just fucking. It does in fact exist. As for the other effect, well, again, it's a self-summoning level 2 tuner that's not terrible in that regard. There is a new spell card for this to search that's also not bad and is itself better by being searchable that I'll cover a bit later. But again, this is just a really fine card. Mostly because it's a self-summoning tuner. Those tend to be good. How many times can I say that in the video? Matter of fact, it's almost guaranteed I'll say it again, and it's almost guaranteed that a self-summoning tuner is hard to fuck up. See, I said it again. Oh, hell, fuck it. Whatever, this is a new Synchro Monster time. Yeah, that's right, the Synchro Monsters. Finally, the deck can Synchro Summon a Six Samurai monster that's not just Shien. Take, for example, Shien. Yeah, that's right, legendary Klesha Six Samurai Shien is a new level 6 Dark Synchro with 2500 attack and 1900 defense. And the materials needed to summon it are any Warrior Tuner and any non-Tuner Six Samurai monster. So it is not fully generic. On Synchro Summon, this will add any Six Samurai or Shien effect monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand, because fuck Chamberlain, we hate that piece of shit, and we don't search non-effect monsters in this house. And to follow up the first effect of Shien negating spell and trap cards, we have the sequel, which is negating monster effects. And once per turn, negate and destroy a monster effect. Barone at home, or something to that effect. Oh, and once again, if this card would be destroyed, you can instead destroy a 6 samurai monster you control in its place. So that's about as good as an upgrade can get, minus the same attack stat. It searches a monster on summon and works as a monster negate, so your end board can be a little more nib-proof. And that's really all it needs to do. I get you can use the attack debuff of the new tuner to make this an effective 3000 monster, but Goyo was fully generic in 2008 with 2800 attack, and I think we could have handled a warrior toolbox / 6 samurai synchro monster with 2600 attack. Really, I'm not going to complain about a monster that is a monster negate being a little easier to get over in battle. I'm just saying it would. I don't think it would have been the end of the world just to give it a tiny bit of a buff, but what do I know? It's a damn good card, and it's very easy to summon, especially with our 2 new easy-to-access tuners. It's also just kind of T-posing, which is fucked up, just asserting dominance like that. How old does this fucking mean? About as old as 6 samurai players, isn't it? Take that, fucking ancient deck. Boomers get roasted. Legendary Klesha 6 Samurai Enshi is at long last another synchro that's actually not Shien. Instead, it's the other guy in the story that's all over the 6 Samurai lore or whatever. This level 6 Light Warrior has only 1700 attack and 1200 defense, which, good God, why? It's fully generic to summon, needing any tuner and non-tuner, but that's because on Synchro Summon, you need to banish any number of 6 Samurai monsters from your grave to then target and bounce the same number of the opponent's monsters. I mean, it also does give all your warriors 500 attack and defense during the battle phase, so if you make it with the level 2, there's an effective 1000 attack point difference, but if it's sent to the grave, it'll float into one of your banished 6 samurai monsters. It's fine, it's fine. Once again, I am of the opinion that I'd rather it just start with 2200 attack than have a weird-ass buff to get it to that point, but I guess it's a cute way to clear the board, and that's all it needs to be. You just summon it and bounce the opponent's monsters. Would have been cooler if it could bounce spell and traps as well? Yes. Does that make it bad? Yeah, not really. It's definitely a good little one-of to tech in your 6 samurai decks, and realistically, the attack buff can add up to your other monsters to help for an OTK. As with most support, I don't think it's bad, but it's definitely not like eye-poppingly good compared to Shien. And again, why the 1700 attack? Couldn't have been more than the thing that it's based on from 2011? No, because it's lore? Alright, fuck it, bad. Yeah, sick, cool, yeah. And last up, for the 5 cards for the 6 samurai, to bring the total archetype number of cards to like 58 or whatever the hell it's at now. I don't even think that's hyperbole, by the way, is 6 strike double assault. This is a quick play spell that's almost searchable by both the new tuners, but it isn't because it doesn't have 6 samurai in the name, so it's only searchable by the level 2. Still, this will apply one of 2 effects on activation unless you control 2 or more 6 samurai monsters, in which case you can apply both effects in sequence. And that is to summon a 6 samurai with 2000 or less attack from your hand or graveyard, and or change a monster with 2000 attack or less to face down defense position that the opponent controls. So it can be banished from the graveyard as well to add a 6 samurai monster from your graveyard back to your hand, but you do only get to use one of those 2 effects in any given turn, as in you cannot banish it the same turn you activate its effect on the field, whether you used it as an extender or Walmart Book of Moon. This is, once again, just for a change of pace, fine. It's made much better because level 2 tuner can search it, and then you can use it as a bit of an extender, you know, because the level 2 tuner can pair with any level 4 6 samurai that also summons itself, like, what was it, Enshi? The level 4 Earth one. And so you can really get this on field for free and then get the extender and make your monster negate. And I guess Walmart Book of Moon on the opponent's normal summon isn't the end of the world. However you want to use it. It's not terrible, mainly because it's searchable. It's solid to play on its own, it's fantastic if you searched it as part of the combo, and that's really just good card design, which is amazing to see because that rarely applies to fucking 6 samurai cards. All in all, these are really good cards. There's a strong boss monster, a solid bit of a board break with our new synchro, and 2 self-summoning tuners that get bonus searches. Not to mention that quick play isn't awful to play for a bit of extension. There's nothing really broken here except for maybe that monster negate, but you do have to remember this is accompanied by 58 older cards, or whatever that number is, And really, none of those old cards matter nearly as much as Gateway specifically. Gateway is a card so stupid that now, today, as you're watching this video, there's FTKs involving it. It's not necessarily consistent. It dies a lot to Nibiru, which our new Shien helps with, but it is there. And just really about any other combo you can think of, really, because Gateway is a great way to get infinite summons for whatever the hell it is you want to do. The card literally produces that much advantage that 6-Sams can take advantage of. And seeing as these are solid enough, they could gain merit by being gatewayable, and maybe Gateway needs to be banned or errata, depending on how powerful these could be. You know, it's just, I'm not trying to fearmonger here. I don't want to be YouTuber end of the world. The program was tier -2 billion. I'm just saying, the original 6-Sam is like the original Wombo combo. I should say the 2011, because the original 6-Sam were from like 2007 or some shit. But legendary 6 Samurais with Gateway are like the original combo deck for a lot of players. It was their first experience with good god endless advantage. So, and even arguably the first extra deck, you know, boss monster with a negate and Shien. It's just like, I feel like they could have locked the summoning for the monster negate into only 6 Sams instead of warrior toolboxes or something. I don't know. I'm just saying things. I like that there's only 5 cards because they didn't need more. I don't like that there's fuel for infinite negate board 2.0 with Gateway, because I appreciate that the game has been moving away from that, so seeing more negates thrown in has been a little eh. The point I'm trying to make, if you can't tell, is I don't really know. I don't know that these are going to be stupidly good or if it's a classic case of YouTuber overhype. I just know that insane combos will be possible, however good they are or aren't. Not because of these cards, mostly because of Gateway. So my take, these will be good. Like a tier 2-ish potential, like with Gateway and free endless summons. They can play around Nib now, so that's a big deal. Maybe it'll be better than that. Maybe it'll get Gateway on the block, or maybe it'll be fucking forgotten about and no one gives a shit. Who knows? I'm done, and again, this is definitive proof that Team Konami is picking Team Samurai as collusion and favorites, because you can tell when they banned them for, when they gave him game loss at a YCS final for swearing for the goddamn, that was clear bias. That was bias, and it's all promo boxes are rigged, and I won't hear anything else. And he is sponsored, and that joke makes sense. That's it. So thank you, as always, to LIFD for the support as I lose my mind for this great opportunity to sell you the LIFD magnetic display. Yugioh code Yugioh Strats 15 for 15% off, whether you type it in the checkout or click the link in the description. It's a great way to show off your cards, like these ancient things. I could have thrown Gateway and the Link monster in that searches Gateway, but I elected not to because shut up. I preferred these ones. That's it. Please buy. Be a cool guy. As always, the update will be out on Friday. Until then, I'm Craig. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe, impress the smoking Italian wife, become a true duelist. And third option that also exists. Just do it. You'll be amazed at what happens. That's it. Goodbye now. See you next time.